Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make Red Velvet Crinkle Cookies. These are thick and fudgy, brownie-like in texture, with a soft center and crunchy cookie crust bursting with that combination of mild cocoa with the sweet tartness from buttermilk and vinegar that make the signature red velvet flavor.
A recipe for Red Velvet Crinkle Cookies was requested by a lot of you, and we hope you like this video. Now this recipe makes approximately 20 to 24 crinkle cookies, but can be doubled or even tripled as needed.
To start, take 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 large egg, and 2 tablespoons of buttermilk, and let them sit at room temperature for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Leaving the butter at room temperature for 30 minutes to 1 hour to soften is important in this recipe in order for the sugar and butter to combine and form the right texture. Then take a medium-sized mixing bowl and a sieve. Add in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of table salt, and 1 tablespoon of unsweetened natural cocoa powder. Sift this together. Then whisk them to mix. Make sure to use unsweetened natural cocoa powder for this and all Red Velvet recipes. Do not use Dutch processed cocoa, as we need the acidity from the natural cocoa to neutralize and react with the baking soda.
In the bowl of your stand mixer, add in the 4 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter and half a cup of white granulated sugar. With a paddle attachment, mix these on medium speed until they are combined and fluffy, about 1 minute. Scrape down the bowl as needed. Then add in the 1 large room temperature egg, the 2 tablespoons of room temperature buttermilk, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of red gel food coloring. Mix these ingredients on medium-low speed just until these wet ingredients are combined. Scrape down the bowl and paddle attachment as needed. We recommend using a gel red food coloring rather than a liquid food coloring, as the gel creates a more vibrant red color without adding too much unnecessary liquid to the cookie dough. With the mixer on low speed, carefully add in the dry ingredients mixture and continue mixing until just combined. Detach the bowl from the stand mixer, scrape down the paddle attachment and the sides of the bowl as needed, and fold in any unmixed dry ingredients from the sides until the mixture is uniform. The dough will have a thick and dense texture. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap. We're going to let this dough rest in the fridge to firm up overnight. Now you can leave this dough in the fridge for up to 3 days.
Leaving this dough to chill and harden overnight is necessary to make thick crinkle cookies, as this will prevent them from overspreading when they bake. When your dough has chilled overnight and you're ready to bake the cookies, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, then take a large sheet pan. This is a 13 by 18 inch sheet pan, and line it with parchment paper. Do not grease the parchment paper. Measure out 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar into 1 small bowl and 1/3 cup of powdered sugar into another small bowl. Using a round tablespoon measure for scooping, scoop the chilled dough so you have a heaping tablespoon, about 1.5 tablespoons worth of dough. Then, with your cupped palms, form them into spheres. The spheres should be approximately 1 inch in diameter. Then roll the formed dough spheres first in the bowl of granulated sugar, just a light layer of granulated sugar. This will help absorb any extra moisture and prevent the subsequent coat of powdered sugar from melting. Then roll it in the bowl of powdered sugar so they are completely and generously covered with powdered sugar. Then place the ball on the prepared baking sheet. Repeat this with the remaining dough, scooping a heaping tablespoon of dough, forming it into a sphere, rolling it in a light layer of granulated sugar, then generously with powdered sugar. And finally, placing the balls about 2 inches apart on the baking sheet. This should make about 20 to 24 cookies, depending on the size of your dough spheres. We're going to bake these in our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. Until the sides have set, but the centers of the cookies are still soft. Let the cookies cool on the sheet pan for 5 minutes, then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. These Red Velvet Crinkle Cookies will keep for up to 1 week, stored in an airtight container at room temperature. And there it is, rich fudgy Red Velvet flavored cookies rolled in powdered sugar for a crackled texture. Ang sarap!
Yum.
Love that fudgy texture.
And the mild cocoa and the slight tartness of the red velvet is one of my favorites, and it's not too sweet.
Thank you all for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make these Red Velvet Crinkle Cookies. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. Maraming salamat!